Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Captain's Quarters Show, and I am your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Thank you all for hopping aboard with me for another video. This video is about the mayor of Montgomery, Alabama, Stephen Reed, being honored with the National Mayor of the Year award. That's insane, right? Montgomery, Alabama is my hometown. I was raised in Montgomery. I can tell you for a fact that this man is not the National Mayor of the Year. But I want to talk about, get to the article, right? Because it's going to explain all the reason why he got this award. But before that, let me give y'all a little background about Montgomery and about Mayor Reed being the mayor here. Prior to Mayor Reed being elected the first time in 2019, Montgomery has averaged about 30, 35 homicides a year. There were years we had 24, 26, 31, 32. Then we had little peaks, a few peaks where we hit like 38, 42, even 50 one year. 2013 was 50. That was a very high number for Montgomery. Now, since he became mayor in 2019, we've averaged over 60 homicides a year. So that's right. 42 in 2019, 2020 was 68, 2021 was the all-time record, 77, 2022, 62. This year, 2023, so far, September starts tomorrow. We're already well over 50 homicides already. So that puts that in perspective. Now, if you ask Mayor Reed, he'll say crime is down overall. Violent crime is down 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever number he wants to throw out there, right? But what he's not telling you is we're supposed to have about 500 police officers in the city. We have about 350 or less. Okay, that's a huge number of officers that we are in a deficit of, right? So when calls get put in about some crime happening in the city, a lot of times police don't show up. If they do show up, they don't do a report, okay? Because they're constantly getting calls. So they're having to go to the most urgent of calls, right? So if they're getting a call about some gunshots, right, and gunshots going to a car or a building or whatnot, but nobody gets struck, they'll come to the scene, they'll assess it. Oh, nobody got hit. Okay. They'll get a call. Hey, we got a robbery in progress, or we got somebody that did get shot. They're going to leave that scene, right? This happens quite often in the city of Montgomery. So when that happens, guess what? No report gets done when they don't do a report for a shooting or what have you, right? Or somebody threatened somebody, that type of thing. They don't do a report. It's like it never happened. So, of course, it shrinks the numbers down. This is not what is told to everybody. Now, another part of, since Reed has gotten office, another big thing is panhandling, vagrancy, like people walking around on drugs, mental health issues. They're walking through traffic in the middle of the highway, daring you to hit them. You got people cursing out people on the highway. They're asking for money. If you don't give money, they get angry, upset. It's a mess. It is not an exaggeration to say that in the city of Montgomery, certain parts of the city, you will see 5, 6, 7 of these whatever individuals, right? They call them homeless or whatever the case. 7 or so, 5, 6, 7 of these people traveling in packs together, right? With shopping carts, with all their belongings, drugs and all, right? That's not an exaggeration. It was never like this until Mayor Reed got into office. What has he done about that? Nothing. They clean up these areas where those individuals camp out, create tent cities and such under viaducts and bridges. They'll clean it up, and a month, 2 months later, there's 15 shopping carts right back there, trash everywhere. I mean, it's basically a biohazard. So this is an ongoing thing in the city. Terrible, right? So just want to give y'all a little background about the city of Montgomery. Now, let's get to this award and why he got the award. Because see, I knew there was more to this than he got the National Mayor of the Year award, right? Who in their right mind would give him that? I mean, really. I can tell you who. A black conference would give him that, right? Because he's the first black mayor of Montgomery. Now let's get into this article. This is from WSFA News. Montgomery mayor bestowed conference's National Mayor of the Year award. Insane. But anyway, so Reed learned Saturday while attending the 123rd National Black Business Conference in Atlanta that he was bestowed the conference's National Mayor of the Year award. The event included more than 1,000 black businesses and professionals. So basically, it's just a black show put on by black people to give a black man an award that he didn't earn, but because he was the first black mayor of a city in the South that happened to be the civil rights capital, the cradle of the Confederacy, the this and that, right? Martin Luther King had a church here, marched here. Rosa Parks was, she was defiant and didn't want to sit on the back of the bus, and she sat in the front of the bus, although that was a setup by the NAACP. That's a lot of people don't know that. But all that happened in Montgomery, so him becoming the mayor, that's why he gets this award, right? But from what they said, this is what they said, right? They say Reed is credited with creating a more diverse entrepreneurial ecosystem. For who? I'll tell you. And for supporting minority-built businesses in Alabama's capital city. Some of the mayor's initiatives have generated a more than 300% increase in Black-owned businesses who participate in the municipal contract process. He also transferred $20 million to Liberty Bank, which is the largest Black-owned financial institution in the U.S. Reed said, in everything we do, our goal is to foster a culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Talking points, right? Inclusion, equity, and diversity, and yeah, right. So you're gonna give the first black mayor an award for being the best mayor, right? Not the first black mayor, but first mayor. So you're gonna, just be consistent, right? Just say first black mayor, to be, you give him the best black mayor in the country. Why don't you do that? Just be consistent. This is insane. But they want to call that diversity and inclusion, right? Because you're talking about black. Like, was the conference called the diverse? What did it say? It was the National Black. So why wasn't it called the National Diversity Business Conference? It's called Black Business. How is that inclusion and diversity? Explain that one to me. Yeah, you can't do that. That makes no sense. So anyway, that's the reason why the man got the award, not because he earned it, but because he's the right color. He happened to be the right color in a city like Montgomery. He became the mayor, and they wanted to gift him this. He's been doing this since he got in the office, going around the country, talking at these black conferences and doing all the show-stopping activity, right? While the city is crumbling. The city crumbles, he goes out there and gets his. That's what it's been about the whole time. But, many will say, hey, I'm being a hater, right? But I'm providing facts. I'm just providing facts. Everybody that lives in Montgomery can see what's going on in Montgomery. Now, a lot of people will continue to vote this man in, because he just won a re-election this month, right? By, I think, over 55% of the vote, which is insane. But, it's that skin, man. People look at that skin color and they put that skin over everything. Even the Christians, they'll put their skin color over God. Before God, they're black. That's what's most important. They want you to understand that they are black, right? That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And he's no different. So anyway, he didn't earn that. But let me know down below what y'all think about him earning this award. And, let me know in the comments. Are you familiar with Mayor Reed? Have you seen him on TV doing interviews about COVID-19 back in 2020? And, although he didn't go in there and talk about our crime being out of control, but he went on there and talked about COVID that wasn't even killing any children in Montgomery, but people were killing kids in Montgomery, right? During that same time in 2020. Did he mention that? No, he did not. He went on CNN, MSNBC. He's been on Al Sharpton program. Did he mention any of the crime? No, he did not. Of course he wouldn't do that. Anyway, y'all drop a comment, leave a like, share the video, and of course, hit that subscribe. I appreciate every last one of you for hopping aboard with me for another video. This was the Captain's Quarters Show. I was your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Until next time, I am gone.